Okay, guys, now that you had the chance to, take it all in, try to understand what I was writing on here, now we're going to move on to the second part of this calculator program, all right? So we left off where we gave the user two choices, num1 and num2, and we allowed the user to pick a choice, right? Add, subtract, multiply, divide before that. Now we're going to move on to the logic of this, all right? Because the program, when I say before it moves on to numbers, um, when the user types in the number one, for example, it doesn't know what one means, right? So I'm gonna run the program to kind of show you what I mean. I select an operation, right? I can select a choice. If I click the number one, the program doesn't know what one means, okay? Because we haven't gave it any logic, and so we can do so by adding some if statements, okay? So we want to say if choice is equal to one, okay? Then we want to call the add function, all right? But before we want to add function, we want to the user interface has to be nice, okay? So you want to say num1 and then comma plus, okay, plus num2, and then we want to say equals, and then we want to call our add function right here. Not that. Not that. Add and then x and y, or add num1 and num2, right? So the user is setting x and y for us with num1 and num2, right? We gave them the option to, and so that's part of our user interface right there, all right? And we want it to look nice, right? So num1 plus num2 is equal to this, right? So we don't want to just print out an arbitrary number. We want to make it look good, okay? So if I print this out right now, and let's just say I choose the number 1, and so it's going to say select the first number. I want to add 3 and 4. And just say 3 plus 4 is equal to 7, right? We don't just want to print out the number 7. We want to print out 3 plus 4 is equal to 7 so the user knows what's going on, all right? So then we can move on to our elif statement. Elif choice is equal to 2. And so we're just going to do the same thing with our subtract and multiply and divide. Number 2 is equal to subtract, right? X and Y, which is num1 and num2. Right? Our two parameters, user gets the choice. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and copy and paste this for subtract or for multiply and divide. 3 and then 4. We want to say multiply equal to, then we want to say multiply right here. Then we want to say divide. Then we want to put a division symbol right there. And so you might say, hey, this is all good right here, right? But we have to think about all the possibilities, right? So, it works for if we choose 1, 2, 3, or 4, but what if the user, chooses the number 8? Alright? It's not going to know what to do. See, it does nothing right here because we have no 8, alright? So if we say, we want to give a little default example, right? So if it chooses none of these, we want to just print out, hey, that's an invalid choice. Choose 1, 2, 3, or 4. Alright? So we want to say, we want to actually let the user know, hey, you have to choose a valid operation. And so now if we run this, if we choose this number 5, for example, it's going to, ask us for this, but it's going to say invalid choice, all right? And that's ideally what we want in our program, all right? And so we're going to keep running it. And look, hey, if I want to multiply two things, multiply some huge number, 309 and 40, it's going to give us our answer right here, right? So now you have your own little calculator program. And isn't that awesome? You just made a Python program through this course, all right? And so, I think this is just awesome. And so, this is not where Python programming ends, guys. After watching this course, I want you guys to really take out a lot from this and start making your own programs. and definitely learn more programming language because, there's no end to it, all right? So that will conclude the course. I hope you found this interesting, and I will see you guys later.